Okay, first of all, thank you to invite me. For me, it's a big pleasure to be here. And to come back to the question, my father. My father was my first example, and still now my hero, my best friend. And he put this passion for football since I was young, since I remember. At the age of 6, he always gave me some stories about his career, and so far I was like so fascinated, and I fell in love. And my story starts in football only at 11, 12 years old. Usually when you start playing football in Italy, you have 5, 6. But unfortunately for me, it wasn't like that, because the first time my parents want to bring me football, one of the kids in the game, he broke his arm. So my mother, she said, no, impossible that my son, he will take the street of football. And then she put me in swimming pool. And I was quite good, you know, I win some gold medals, I was one of the best in Tuscany. But I knew it, I have something in my heart that tells me I want to become a professional footballer, I want to play football so bad. And I remember at the time, my sister, she played for Fiorentina. You know, the professional football team that play in Series A. And after my trainings, after 2 or 3 hours swimming, after I go to watch her in the training, and I train with her and her teammates. And at the last year of elementary school, I was like 64 kilos. I was a little bit overweight. And I say to my mom, let's make a bet, you know, let's try to say, if I lost 10 kilos and I will get all 10s at the end of the year, you will give me the chance to play football. And she agreed, my father agreed, and at the end I lost 12 kilos, and I take all 10s and 1 9, only in the attitude. So that was my introduce in football.
There is some similarities, Fiorentina with Persita, with the
color. Yes, and also the fans, they are very passionate, and I really love it.
Viola, right?
Yeah.
Viola.
It's amazing. Like for me, since I joined Indonesia football, and since I start to play for Persita, I have this feeling that it's like a family. You know, I really enjoy every single moment in the locker room, in the trainings, in the matches. I already felt like I'm in the right place, you know, I'm at home. And by far, this is the best experience until now in my professional football. Yeah, I can say like all the time I go inside the pitch is a different emotion, because I always, for me, football is my life, you know. I have this big love, and for football is unconditional, you know. And to be able to perform and represent Persita, for me, is a big proud. It's a very big proud, and so every time I go inside the field, you can see I change. Somehow I put you know, an helmet. I go to war. I'm ready for help my teammates and sacrifice myself for the team and Persita, and it's always a great feeling in the good and in the bad way. Yeah, it was, since I joined Indonesia, as I told you, it was so simple. I mean, I felt in the right place at the right time. When I first came in Malaysia, I was very young, like I was 21, and I come from Philippines, PFL, that is the professional league there. I have a very good season in the Philippines, and then Malaysia came and Penang calls me, and a lot of expectation they put on my name, because I was the foreigner, and you know, as a foreigner you have to perform a high level all the time. And I a little bit suffered that. because I didn't experience something like that before, and I put too much expectation on myself, and it was quite difficult. But you know, in football and in life, I think these moments, these difficult moments are necessary for your growth. And that's why I'm here now in Indonesia and I'm performing my best football. I'm happy, I find my purpose again. I feel like so centered, like my body, my mind and my soul is like so happy. I'm really happy here in Persita. Definitely. I say all the time to my family, to my teammates, to everybody, every day is my best day. Because I really felt I'm in a place that is, I don't know how to describe it, but as you see me, I'm very happy to speak about it, and you know, I'm really grateful, really grateful.
Yes, you feel like home, man.
Yeah, exactly.
What is you like the most about Tangerang?
The people.
People?
The people. Indonesia people and the people especially that I met here in Persita. They're all very kind. They give me so much support. They let me feel good. You know, they don't judge me. They just accept me the way I am. And by far, this is the best experience in my football career. I can tell it without doubts. And I will be always grateful to Persita and to all my teammates and the people I met here. Because really, it will stay in my heart all the time, Okay, so basically, I'm a guy that loves rituals and follow habits. And usually before the game, I always go and check the field, stay in the middle of the field and, you know, visualize. I like to visualize and, you know, try to see the actions that I can do, how my opponent will play. I try to see the things, you know, that can happen in the game, the possibilities. And then when I go in the locker room, I just do my mobility and stretching and close my eyes before the game and do like an exercise of meditation where I just focus on my breath and I just try to calm myself down, and then I go inside and I pray Allah, and you know, I ask for protect my teammates and myself, and give us support from the first to the 90 minutes, and hopefully nobody get hurt and nothing. And then from there I fly. You know, I forget about the pressure. I forget about everything. Is like I'm myself. Oh yeah, of course. I love it. I love to read, I love to do journaling. It helps me somehow to clear my mind. It gives me the chance to analyze what I do in the previous days, what can I improve the next days and right now. Because what I say always is like, we cannot live in the past and we cannot think always in the future. The most important is live the present and be grateful for what we have. So for me, I try all the time to find something I can improve, not only in football, because first of all, I'm not only a football player, but I'm a man, you know, and so I have to grow up in all the aspects of my life. Okay, in football, I would like to, of course, improve my character, so become every game and every season more leader, you know, because my goal will be one day to be the captain of my team and especially my national team. That is one of my goals in the future. And as a defender, as a center back, of course my 1v1 and my headings and the communication, because I find communication as a center back fundamental, like is necessary, because you see all the situation in the game, you read the game, you see your teammates, you see the opponents, and so your job is not only defending but also help your teammates to read the situations. And even, you know, when during the game we have bad times, difficult times, your teammate maybe he makes a little bit too much mistakes or he's down like mentally, you have to, you know, give him some words to put him again in the spot, you know, to perform in the right way. Because I find all my teammates very good, from the oldest, that is Ramiro, that is the most experienced player, to the youngest that have 17, 18 years old, like Rivki or Esal or Ore. It doesn't matter, everybody have potential, and what I want from them is like to take it out, you know, all the talents and all the good things that they have, because sometimes they forgot. And so my job in Persita right now is like to remind them that they are important. All the players, even who stay in the bench, it doesn't matter, because everyone have a role. You know, we are not only 11 players, we are 25, 27, how many we are all together in this journey, and we have to make the best of it. Yeah, I can say like we have a very good start in the beginning of the season. We collect like three wins in a row against big teams like Rans, against Jakarta. And I think that was like the enthusiasm, you know, that come from the beginning, new team, it was normal. But then after something happened against Persikabo, but it's football, I think it's like this, it's up and downs, but I'm very confident, very confident that now we will raise up again, because in football it's like this, the moment that you touch the sky, it's hard to stay there, so it's very easy to fall down, but then when you fall down, you have only the way up. So from now on, our job is to stay compact and every day focus on what we can improve to, you know, to raise up again and to change our season again. Because I really believe that we have a very strong team, even if it's young, like the average of the team is 22, 23, but we are like very good connection from each other, and I think in football is the key, because it's not like we don't have Messi or Ronaldo here. We don't have superstars. So if the team works all together in the same direction, I'm sure 100% that Persita will finish in the top five for sure. Yeah, the relationship, it's all good with everybody. As I told you, I have good relationship, a good connection with the youngs, and also with the old players and the foreigners. And since I arrived in Persita, they let me feel that I'm already part of them. So we have so many good memories, good experience together. And I can say that maybe the closest friend that I have is Javlon. That is my partner in the defense, and then of course Matteo and Ramiro and Pulga, the Argentinian, but also with the local, with the Faresa, with Ore, with the Fafa, Irsia Toha, with everybody. I cannot say that I have a special with someone. Everybody with me are positive, very positive people, and I really love them.
Tell us a bit about Javlon.
Javlon?
Yeah, he's an experienced player.
He's a very experienced player. Yeah, since I joined Persita, he helps me so much. He gives me a lot of insights, a lot of advice that makes me better. Every time I have some doubts, I want to see again some actions in the game, and everything is always open to help. And that is fundamental, because as an experienced player, sometimes what I have in my experience before, they don't really try to help the youngsters, because they expect you to be alone and to improve by yourself. But with Javlon, it can seem, it looks like a bad guy in the pitch, because you know his aspect is very strong, you know. But if you know him well, you will say that he's a like piece of bread. I always say that.
He's a good guy though. He's a funny guy, really.
Very good guy, very good guy. what I put in my head since I arrived was a redeem, you know, a revenge. So because when I was in Malaysia, I didn't have the season that I expect, and since I joined Persita, I put myself in the spot where I say I'm in a tunnel. I'm in a tunnel. I would focus only on my football, and Persita, I will try my best to improve every day. And the goal is, of course, to arrive at the end of the season and play all the matches, first 11, and arrive to score at least 5 or 6 goals, and help the team to, you know, arrive at the top 5 in the league. These are my 3 main objects. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's enough for the exclusive interview.
Thank you,
Rontini.
Thank you for having me. Incredible journey, Persita Abadi.